Top of the morning, y'all. Top of the morning. Um, Motion sickness. This is the motion sickness chronicles. We're here early. Today is a rest day, but you know how I do. Even though it's a rest day, in all likelihood, I probably end up doing some deliveries. But I do want to give y'all some content um, this morning. Uh, it's not going to be boxing, so if you're pulling up over here for boxing, um, I put out a lot of boxing content already. Just go check that out. Don't come over here um, looking for me to speak on anything boxing right now. Friday, hold on. Yeah. Friday, definitely Saturday, Sunday. That's all I did. Um, was boxing, real life boxing, and then I put out a lot of content um, yesterday. So if you're pulling up, looking for this to be a boxing live stream, uh, not today. Just check out the content. Don't especially if you're an online boxing individual, just go and look at the catalog. The work is out there. We worked the fight. We was at the fight. I gave y'all behind the scenes interactions, a lot of stuff. So just check that out. This live stream this morning ain't about boxing. Um, it's a total different live stream. So we're not even gonna. Because what I notice about a lot of the online boxing community dudes and females is you guys aren't really active, and the more people that you don't support, and I'm probably one of the biggest advocates that doesn't get support, but I throw it in y'all face how I just continue to just drown y'all, leave y'all behind. It doesn't matter no more. Kobe Bryant stamp type stuff, right? Um, y'all are trying to pop up over here today. Like I always say, come out of the bushes and engage and ask me stuff about boots and the fight over the weekend. Meanwhile, I was there. I covered it for you. Well, my daughter covered it for you, right? Yeah, put the 2,000 in the super chat. Put the 2,000 in the super chat right here. Put the 2,000 right here. Pay your debt. Here, put it right here. You can send it right here. Send the 2,000 right here, and that covers your tab, right? That covers your tab. Send your 2,000 right here, and your tab is covered. Send it right here. All right? And your tab is officially covered. Right? Just send the 2,000 right there. Your tab will be covered. Right? Send it right there. As soon as I get the notification, you're clear. All right? Just send the tab there. But Trump presidency has set the tone for a lot of stuff that goes on in America. That goes on in America, right? Not only does it go on, it just opens up this energy, what I like to call frequency. And I was looking at something, and I'm gonna pull it up on my IG, right? Let's go to my IG right now. Hold on, let me make sure I still have it on there. Yes, 18 in the building, man. Hit the like button, y'all. Smash that like button, man. It's a lot of y'all up in here. Smash the like button. This is Donald Duck, Donald the Don. See, this is what the Trump uh, presidency creates. It creates guys like this. It gives guys like this a voice. I'm back, y'all. My bad. No, right? It gives guys like this. Oh man, I should have muted the mic. My bad, y'all. My bad. I should have muted the mic. But it gives guys like this a voice. This guy right here. I'm going to share this. Right? He kind of gives me the Charlie Kirk vibes, right? He's a Senate. Anybody can run for office, right? This is Jake Lang, right? Jake Lang, right? I gotta take some of these things down. Are y'all hearing that ringing sound? Y'all are hearing that ringing sound, right? Gumbo, what up? Yeah, I know. I gotta take this down. Hold on. I'll get it down. Hold on. There's a give me 2 seconds, Gumbo. I'm gonna get it down. All right, tell me if you hear it now, Gumbo. Right? You don't hear it now, right? You don't hear it now, right? You shouldn't hear it now, right? You don't hear it now. It's still there. Nah, man. Hold on. Why are you hearing that? Let me see. I just closed everything. Let me look. Let me check it out. Let me see. 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 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it is. Hold on. What is that about? Real quick. How about now? Let's unplug this. That should be better, right? 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Let me see. One, two, one, two. 1, 2, 1, 2. How about now? I think we should be good right there. If y'all still here, let me know, right? With this guy right here, yo, my man, you still ain't send it. Yo, Luke, I'm gonna get rid of you. Cause you're playing, Luke. Luke Alexander was playing. I didn't get the notification from you yet, Luke. Right? I didn't get the notification, but the Cash App is right there, Luke. Just send the Cash App, all right? It must be the mic. Well, the mic is good now, Gumbo. I adjusted it. I think I adjusted it. It's down. I think I had it turned up too high because I don't hear it now. I was hearing it before, but I don't hear it now. I turned the mic down. Right? How is it now? He said it must be the mic. I think it was. I turned it down. But this guy right here, Charlie Kirk, Ched the Builder. These are all Donald Trump guys. These are all what I mean by Donald Trump guys are the energy and frequency that Donald Trump presidency creates. It sets this up, man. It sets this up, right? It sets this up, right? And not only does it set this up, these guys are comfortable, right? These guys not only are they comfortable, they feel like they are doing the patriotic thing, right? Because rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, he was a patriot. Ched the Builder, did I say his name right? Or Chud the Builder, the bodybuilder, right? He's a patriot. All of these guys that are basically white racists, but they are Americans. They feel like they are true Americans. They are making America great again, right? This is the Donald Trump frequency, man. Donald Trump ran on that, right? He ran on that. Look, I got this cup right here. I'm going to use this cup. This is the American Coca-Cola cup. Can y'all see that? Make America great, right? Make America great. But these guys are just, like I said, they're racist, but they are patriots, right? They are patriots. Now, this just recently happened right here. I think this happened at the BET Awards, right? If I'm not mistaken, yes, he was out there. We're going to show this old buffoonery, coonery right here. Now, it's always, ever since the slave days, they always find one of our own who is a sellout, right? Look at this old sellout right here, right?
We're gonna do this river right here. There's a fentanyl overdose.
Okay. So look, this is almost all my weight. Phil
can still breathe.
Okay, that is a fallacy. George Floyd died over fentanyl overdose.
Well, no, George Floyd died because he could not breathe. There was not no fentanyl. That fentanyl might have been in his system, but when those cops were detaining him and were putting their knee on him and their weight and all that, he could not breathe. Maybe it was fentanyl. But had they got the fuck up off of him and allowed air to get through his lungs, maybe he would have breathed. But you using this Bubba coon ass nigga does nothing, right? But this is the Trump effect, right? This is the Trump effect, right? This is America. Make America great again. Now, this just recently happened to this guy right here at the BET Awards. He went to the BET Awards. Really, look.
Hey, how you get that everybody to know?
Yeah, look, this is America, y'all. This is the Trump America. Yo, this is the Trump America. Gumbo said that is false information. They tell, right? This is the Trump America, right? This is yo. Listen, I was just the Knicks parade and the Knicks gathering was like this, man. It was supposed to be a celebration. It was chaos, man. This is the Trump America, man. This is the atmosphere that our president has created with his leadership. Now, this is the BET Awards right here, right? This guy's out here at what he's allowed to do, right? Let's just put that out there. He's protesting or campaigning and doing all his thing, right? But look at the chaos that it is creating, right? Now, normally when radicals, because he's a radical, y'all, right? They do these things like this, they have some sort of security or protection because of things like this. Because when you have quote unquote an agenda, or you have you're pushing a message that is anti whatever, you're gonna get reactions like this. So a lot of times you might have protection out there, but it's clear as to see that he was just out there with the only protection he had on was his vest, right? And he's got his signs, and people aren't feeling him. They're not feeling him. And he said that he had a bottle. Look, they smashed a glass bottle over me that shattered and cut my face. They ganged up on us like a pack of wild hyenas. I am bleeding, barely cut everywhere, on the way to the hospital now. Now, that does not happen in this video, but it may have happened.
Okay, throwing something. What are you doing? Get off me. Don't touch me.
Now, to be honest, right? This is just content reaction. When you look at this, it just doesn't look organized. Like I said, normally when these dudes do these things, they're organized. They have the police presence out there. They have some sort of security, especially when it's an agenda like this. But this is just him walking, randomly just walking, and it seems like he's being attacked. Now, could this just be for guys like myself and others to react to this on social media? Maybe so. Maybe so. Because like I said, this does not look that organized. Like when you do shit like this, and I say this respectfully, when you are promoting hate or such an aggressive like I said, hate, this is a hate message. Normally you have a lot of security with you. It's more organized.
Bye. Bye. Get out of here.
Like I said, right? That guy right there that just threw the punch. If this isn't staged or something to just put on social media to gain attention and get him in an argument and go viral, that guy should be arrested, right? He clearly committed an assault on camera, right? He committed assault. Like I said, what this guy is doing, he under the law can do. He can do, right? Under the law, under the Constitution, the United States of America, he's allowed to do, right? He's not breaking no laws. What is it? Freedom of speech, right? That's what he's doing. But you seeing this guy who probably is with him, man. I'm just saying, when you watch these things, right? This guy's probably with him because the message that he's pushing, right? It goes with the message, right? You see a random, aggressive, this guy is clean cut though, big black man, assault him, right? He assaulted him, right? He literally assaulted him on camera. He's following him, and it's like Jake is not in the room. But this is all the Trump energy, y'all. This is all the Trump energy. Now this guy goes all over and does these things. He goes all over and does these things. This right here, and this is recent, man. This was the BET Awards. Well, that's what he posted that he was at the BET Awards, right? But he got another one on here in Texas I want to show. Where he goes to like a town hall meeting. I think it's in Fort Worth, Texas, right? This is what this guy does, man. Right, but this is the Trump energy. Where's the one in Texas, man? He got one up here in Texas. Right? Where's the I want to show the Texas one. Here it is right here in Texas. Look at this. This guy.
Texas is ridiculous. These people. This is crazy. We need to stop Sharia law in Texas. This is ridiculous. Look at these people. This is.
Now this is America, y'all. This is the Trump America, right? Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, like the content, donate as well if you would like to donate. Somebody says, I can't wait until the Democrats start a war. I can't wait. What is your name? This is 73. You can't wait till the Democrats start a war. So this was at a town hall, town board meeting in Fort Worth, Texas. He goes there and he stirs up some controversy, right? He's making America great again. Look, and he's claiming to be a patriot. Look, let's just watch this. This is all reaction content this morning. How is the audio sounding?
Crazy. We need to make sure Al-Boozy never becomes principal. This is insane. This is an insane injustice. We need to make sure Al-Boozy to make sure this state stays a Christian state. This is horrible. Look at these people. These are not American.
Now, let me ask you something. Let me ask y'all something, right? He's using God right now because, right, he's saying a Christian state. right? Is that godly? Is that the Christian way? Because it's kind of like he's pushing hate, man. Is that Christianity? Is that godly, right? Because regardless of your religion, right? Whether you are Islamic, Hindu, Christianity, Catholic, you believe in a God, a higher power. Is that godly? Because it's to me. Put it in the comments, y'all. If y'all in here rocking with me. Ain't he pumping hate? He's pumping hate, man. Isn't this hate? He's spewing hate, man. Down there in Texas. Now Texas, they the wild west. Well, not this Texas is the South. But they give it up like the wild west. They out there with guns. They moving around with guns. That's a red state too, right? Texas is a red state, a redneck red state, right? That's why they have the death penalty in Texas too, right? Doesn't Texas have the death penalty? Anybody, feel free, put in the comments if you know, right? I think Texas has the death penalty. Texas has the death penalty. Coach Green, can you please be quiet? Thank you. Thank you.
Americans. These are not Americans.
These are not American.
Inorganic. Inorganic.
Organic. Look at this.
Care funded by terrorists.
Now, Jake, you are funded by racist haters. Racist haters, Jake. You're Jakey, right? But you're saying they're funded. You are also funded. Now, this one right here was hilarious. He was locked up. I think he went to the he trespassed. They got him for trespassing, right? But like I said, he has supporters and people, and they probably bailed him out, man. They raised his bond, right? 4 in the building, y'all. Smash the like button, man. Is the microphone still ringing? Is the microphone still ringing? Do you still hear the hum? Let it be known, man. I can't hear from this side. Is it still humming? If you're in here watching, but let's go right here where he was locked up. He trespassed. This guy is trying to. Well, to me, he wants to be like Charlie Kirk, but he doesn't have the Charlie Kirk approach. Charlie Kirk.
With Frisco or anybody like that. Being trespassed from anywhere. Hey, we're tired of this. Frisco has been changed, and y'all aren't doing your jobs right. Thank you.
There's the blood stain. There is the blood stain. It's red still. Austin Metcalf's blood. Lord Jesus, help us. It's
There he goes again. You see?
crying out for
Now
justice.
you see how he's referencing Lord Jesus. This is America. This is the Trump America now. He's referencing Jesus, Lord Jesus. So he's trying to appeal to the Christianity cause once again. But Carmelo Anthony was convicted for 33 years, right? But he's going towards the religion aspect again. Lord Jesus, help us. But you are pushing hate, right? Is that 10 in the building? Smash the like button. He's pushing a hate agenda. But he uses Jesus Christ, right? This is America. This is America, y'all. And he was locked up for trespassing right here, man. They're covering up murder, he said.
Killer is home right now. I got to get out of here before the police come. I just hopped the fence to get in here. His blood is crying out for justice. We need that killer behind bars. We will not rest. We need to protect white Americans. This scourge of black violence is too much.
Jesus Christ, right? Look.
Okay, Kendall Stadium.
Yo, he used.
Thank you. I love cops, but you guys, this is pathetic.
He used Jesus Christ, but then he said they need to protect the white America against blacks. So you're a Christian, right? You're a Christian, right? Christians are some of the most hideous, like, man, they are. Thank you for your comment. But doesn't the Bible, and I have a Bible in here. Where's my Bible? Hold on, I got my Bible right here. I know I was going to touch on that, right? I have my Bible right here. This is the New Testament Bible, right? This Bible, right? I read the Bible right here. Can y'all see it? This Bible, right? The good book. It doesn't, why are these guys hating? Right? Why are they preaching hate? If you are a Christian, right, you're supposed to have love for your brothers and sisters, not this divide and conquer separation. But he says on one hand that Eric Metcalf's killer, Carmelo, right, basically he's depicting him as a black savage. I don't get it. Well, I do get it. This is the Trump effect, man. Because Jake, you cannot tell Jake that he's not a patriot and that he's not a good old American, right? Remember that song that Hulk Hogan used to come out to? He's that. I am a real American. Fight for what's right for every man. Right? He's fighting for what's right for white Americans. He is a real American, right? He is. Yeah, he's like Chud the Builder. Like all these patriot. Here he is, right here. Look, I just spoke about Chud. Look, let's go to this one.
It's been released from jail after 10 days of solitary confinement, and we're still saying.
Yeah.
His bond is exorbitant, $1.25 million, and the murderer of Austin Metcalf only $250,000. This is two-tier justice, and we cannot allow it to stand. That's why today I'm announcing a July 4th brawl, a charity boxing match between me and Antifa leader Dave the Viking. All proceeds will go to getting my brother Chud out. We need to stand up and get Chud out. This is a message to the deep state. You are not allowed to
Now see, I'm gonna tell you something. He has a lot more supporters, right? Because there are people, especially on this internet, online, that are going to donate to his cause. He said, I agree. He said they're patriots, but they ignore all the warnings from our forefathers about big governments. Yeah, are they patriots though? I think they me personally, right? This is the Donald Trump effect, man. Donald Trump became president twice already now. Basically running these same type of plays. You know what I mean by these same type of plays? Oh, thank you. The coach is here. Coach, somebody said good work this. Oh, she's laying down. Coach, are you up? Coach. Nah, coach is out. But coach is here, man. Yeah, she did it all, cuzzo. Thank you for acknowledging that. She did it. I was just there. Today's a rest day. I'm gonna go do some deliveries in a little bit, but today's a rest day. Today and yesterday. I was exhausted, man. Yo, we didn't get home until yesterday. yo, we didn't. Yo, cuz, real quick, we'll shift gears real quick, cause this is my family in here. We'll talk a little bit of boxing. I wasn't gonna talk about boxing on this. Yo, we did not get home until yesterday. I drank too many Red Bulls, I think, man. My heart was pumping yesterday, right? But we didn't get home until yesterday, man. Yo, I got some sleep yesterday, but it was like it was just weird. It was weird, man. We were all around the clock. But it was good. Jihad is a champion now. He's on his way. Um, he's on his way. He got 3 belts. A lot of people didn't want him to win. They were upset. I was listening to a lot of the content haters yesterday. They were mad. They were mad, but he won, man. He boxed his ass off. He took some shots. He got elbowed. The ref didn't say nothing. He took oh man. Jihad is a warrior. But I had a wonderful time. I only watched. No, look. I'm gonna keep it real, cause I watched all of the undercard, the prelim fights. I did not watch Ben Whitaker's fight. I did not watch Emilio Vargas' fight. That's when I was doing my meet and greets. Shout out to Malik. We met up with Malik. I knew I was. Malik came and he found us. I got the picture up there. Malik is a young boss in the game. Him and Coach Reen took the picture. I had the YN, the Team Tucker YNs on deck. The Allen was in there strong. They came out. A lot of people came to watch Jihad fall. They thought he was going to fall, but he roused, man. And the new, right? He did it. And then him and Xander. Xander was at the hospital too. But that's what normally, right? When you have bruises and your eyes are swollen, that's what they do. You got to go to the hospital. The doctor will check you out in the back, and then they recommend you go to the hospital. So Jihad went to the hospital. Xander was at the hospital. I think Jihad got released at like 5:30 in the morning. I can't remember. It was one of those nights, man. No sleep, man. You don't get no sleep, right? Until probably Sunday afternoon if you do, right? And that's what it was. It was an all-nighter. I know he had the after party set up in Worcester. I don't think he didn't even make it to the after party, the victory party. But it was there. Great fight for Boots, man. Boots and Xander. Great fight, great fight. Thank you for coming in here, cause I'll address some of these things. Now I want to show you the inconsistency and I call it what it is. The jealousy of the online community, right? I pulled up on the Ohio dude shit. What is this? Cam J, right? He was talking to fights. And this is why I don't really be pulling up on these guys. Because, they don't like me, so they won't acknowledge me. But then they do what I do. Well, no, they don't do what I do. But they come online, they have communities, and they talk boxing. So he had... See, I love these guys that push these jealous agendas, right? Because when I see the jealous agendas being pushed in these boxing cliques and communities, I pull right in, right? I pulled in. So he had, I guess it was his tweet or whatever, the grading system. Yo, he graded Jihad Tucker a C+. I think he had Ben Whitaker like a B something, Emilio Vargas B. I can't remember what he had for Boots. So you know what I said in the comments? I said, damn, that's some jealous fan shit. Because, and all you guys that with these platforms, you act like you know boxing and you're like insiders and sources. So the guy who had the hardest fight other than Boots Ennis on the undercard was Jihad Tucker. He fought a 14-0, 12 knockout Olympian fighter that he defeated, but he got a C+. Ben Whitaker, shout out to Popeye Rivera, met him, good guy, had a showcase fight, but he gets a B. Emilio Vargas, another showcase fight against Patty Mills. These guys score high. This is boxing. And this is why I tell you, these online community cliques and groups, they don't even know what they're talking about. But yet the guy who many wanted to lose. Sat online, said was going to lose. But I gave y'all the game plan. I told you, I said, yo, Jahad goes in there and boxes smart. Wins the exchanges, moves, angles, turns. He's going to beat this guy. And he's going to beat this guy rather easy, which he did. 98-92. One judge had a 95-95. We know what that was about. And another one, 96-94. But Jahad, this guy, right? This is what we do. Reach out, Shanewz Boxing LLC, Motion Sickness, UGK. We do. This is what we do. I told you guys, I said, all you guys that love to talk boxing, do nothing in it, don't know it, right? This guy, yes, he's a knockout artist. But Brad Goodman, who I was talking to Saturday night, and Bruce Templeton, these are the matchmakers. They matched homeboy up with Statue of Liberties, what I like to call Statue of Liberty. Targets that are in front of him. Targets that when he wounds or he hurts, they don't know how to move and groove, so he stops them. Guys that he's going to walk down, which he attempted to do with Jahad. He thought he was going to wear Jahad down and be able to walk him down. It did not work. And I tell you guys, at the end of the fight, Jahad was stronger than him. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. We all more divided than ever. That is correct. I'm gonna get back to the Trump. What's his name? I just had to talk a little bit of boxing. My cousin came in here. Yes, but we had a great weekend. Tiring though, man. It's tiring. This was two. Yo, the beginning of the month I worked. We was in Newark. And the end of the month we was in Brooklyn. And I want to say shout out to those guys, right? They're going to Cleveland. Yeah, you know the guys like, and that was the zone top rank, right? But the zone top rank guys, right? They are going back to work, man. That's the life they signed up for, y'all. Right? Yo, it was a water bug in here. I caught it, man. I caught that motherfucker, man. Motherfucking big ass water bug, man. I hate those shits, man. They pop up in the summertime. But yeah, not Matchroom, but the zone top rank guys. They're right back to work. They probably got an off day yesterday, right? Yesterday was like an off day, right? Yesterday and maybe today, but I know they're out. They're probably out already. They flew home. I was talking to some of the guys, right, at the hotel. Look, do you know how hectic their life is, man? These guys that work behind the scenes, these camera people, production people, right? Let's talk about that real quick, right? Smash the like button, y'all. Yo, after the fight is over, right? Those guys, they got to break everything down. They do all of the post press conferences. They're probably not getting up out there until like 3-4 o'clock, right? Now check the vibes out, right? They're out they come back probably to the hotel. They probably do like we do. You already have your shit packed because 9 times out of 10 you getting early flights out of there, so your shit is already packed. You may get an hour or two of sleep depending on what your flight is. Then you're off to the next city because that's what they're doing. This week they're in Cleveland. But I was talking to a couple of guys. I was like, yeah, what do you guys go home for one day? I was like, you're going home for a day, right? You're going wherever you live. Because, these guys be from all over the map. I'm like, you go home for a day, right? Monday, you're back out. You're headed back to Cleveland to do it all over again. Especially when you have these back-to-back fight weeks. I remember that's how me and Derek Harmon, I used to be like, yo, matter of fact, I got that interview. I interviewed Derek Harmon because Derek Harmon is Bob's bodyguard, but he's also one of the top ranked guys too, right? And I was like, yo, that gotta be a hectic life, man. You everywhere that Bob gotta go. And I'm like, yo, when do you go home? right? I'm like, yeah, when do you go home? When you go home, because he has a family, daughters and everything, right? I'm like, yeah, you go home for like what, a day or 2 days? It's almost like a trucker's life, man. Like these over the road trucker guys, like my brother Gumbo, right? When I was talking to those guys and shit, I gave y'all a fire. It wasn't long. I gave y'all the room rate alive real quick, man. We was in the room and shit. Just wanted to show y'all because I was like, I see these guys. They try to throw their little subliminal disses and shit, right? But they're not even on my type of time, man. That's why I did that for them. These YouTube boxing agent niggas, I was fronting on them. Like, yeah, y'all niggas been hating and buying your views and acting like you on my type of level. You can't even see my daughter right now. Yo, my daughter turned it up so much this week. Week. She's everywhere. Malik seen her. Jamel, her, and I gotta post all the pictures and stuff, man. I did post her and Shannon the Cannon. Shout out to Shannon Briggs, right? But Coach Ring was killing it, man. Coach Ring was killing it. Coach Ring pulled her first all-nighter, but she really didn't. She did and she didn't. But she did her first all-nighter, right? Because Coach Ring usually crashes out. But she was up. She was with Andrew. Shout out to Andrew. Andrew, this is my brother. He is part of the motion management team, right? Now, look, see, this is how you build a successful winning organization. Now, Andrew has worked with Teofimo Lopez, Edgar Berlanga, Pablo. Now he works with Team Tucker. Yes, right? This is my brother, right? He is the director of operations with Takeover Promotions, right? Now he's working with us, right? He is working with us. Shout out to Big Drew, my brother. This is what you do. You build relationships.
Yo, shout out to the Source Talk Podcast. You already know the vibes. Jack and Fitness. This is Andrew on the Stewart Hotel. Boxing Life. Let's go.
Woo! Yes, Boxing Life, right? We had a wonderful weekend. Shout out to my sister Nancy. Nancy is his sister, and his father. We was all kicking it, man. We was all kicking it. They watched Narina grow, man. Narina used to be a baby around them, man. It's like when we was all just reminiscing on all that, and they was telling her, because Andrew used to run the Stewart Hotel, and we would speak on how they were babies, right? They were literally in strollers, and I would have to get the key to go to the bathroom to change them and shit, right? It was like, now she's sitting at the table, they're talking. It was good times, man. Good dope times, man. But this is America, y'all. Let's get back to this Trump, right? The Trump energy, the Trump frequency in America, right? Trump's presidency has created this because, and I say this respectfully, it's a presidency of hate. And I think somebody said it right here, right? Divide and conquer. Yes, that's what it's built on. Remember, he ran on this. That's how he got elected the first time and the second time. They used that base of hatred and make America great. And he got these, and I say this respectful, these Neanderthals that are racist, and he used that. And now this is the spawns, the hell spawn children. These guys like this.
Treat us without the 14th Amendment. We all have equal rights in America. Just because Chud is white does not mean
Yeah, that should be
his
crazy.
bond needs to be 5 times higher. That's
Yeah, appreciate the likes, man. Run the likes up.
disgusting. We need a free Chud.
Yeah, they love bringing up their rights, man. Right? Yeah, you heard what he said? Yeah, he just flipped that, right? Yo, Chud, right? His brother, right? The 14th Amendment has the right to a fair trial and a bond not so high, which is crazy, right? Now, do you know there's guys that are not Chud the Builder's status that have lesser charges, and they bonds is out the roof, right? You see how he flipped the scenario that Chud, his brother, his patriotic white brother, was being unjustly held with a high bond. This is America, man. This is what Trump has created, man. This is not, like I said, this guy kind of, he gives you the Charlie Kirk vibes, but he's not as, because Charlie Kirk used to use the Bible and religion to do it too, right? Here he goes again at another Texas. Like, this is like a
good evening, Frisco Stan. What are you guys doing here in food? Your children will grow up without a place to be in because every single one of their jobs, and you saw the children that were brought up on this stage, not one of them is a heritage American. Not one of them was a Texan. Your replacement is here, Americans, and it is coming faster and faster. The Hindus and the Muslims are teaming up to take over the Christians. They're here to drive us out of our homelands. You have to.
Yo, y'all peep this. Look, yo, see, yo, look. Now, back to the Trump takeover, right? This is what Trump's presidency has done. This dude is out here pushing his own agenda now, but this is the patriotic American agenda. See how he flipped it? He's making it about America and true Americans, right? And he's talking about jobs and Americans, children not being able to get the jobs because the Hindu and the Muslim people will be taking these jobs. When did you really ever want to give true Americans jobs, right? Real talk. Because there's a lot of people that you're not even pushing a line for that don't get jobs, that apply for jobs, right? Like, I'm going to pull out my folder right here. Right? My contract folder, right? There are people who've been applying for jobs for years. Then America, this is America, have to set up like affirmative action for minorities and do things like this for minorities to get equal opportunities at jobs. But it's funny to hear this now, this patriotic cry out for jobs for the children of Texas, he's saying. That these people are going to take their jobs.
Understand, these people do not want to assimilate. These people have not come here to become American. They've come here to drag their third world culture over to our country. If Jainism, if Hinduism is so great, why are there country shitholes? They are bringing this ideology here to turn the third world. Is not a place, it is a people, it is an ideology, it is a way of life, it is a culture. And when they bring their people, their way of life, their ideology, and their culture over to America.
Now, this is what he's pushing, man. This is that Trump energy, right? But the funny thing is, right, America, land of the free, home of the brave, right? Isn't this what America is about? Equal opportunity. So what is he pushing, y'all? I thought you could come to America and achieve the American dream. But he doesn't want them to do it because they are Hindus and Muslims. He's saying they're coming here with their third world to take over, third world shithole, he said, right? That's what he said. I didn't say it. He said, smash the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. We're just doing some reactions. Make America great again. right? Let's make America great. Donate to the channel. Let's start a goal. Let's start a goal, man. Let's start a goal, right? Make America great, y'all. Right? This is the goal, y'all. Feel free to donate to the goal. Make America great. Now, these guys that do these things, they make America great. Is this making America great? Remember, he's pushing so-called a patriotic. It's supposed to be patriotic. Is this patriotic? I don't know, man. I don't think so, man. I think, like I said, I think it's borderline hate, man. But when you push this type of agenda or message, and you have a lot of people that feel this way, they buy into it. A lot of these people are buying into it. Look, I threw my blockers on now. They are buying into this, man. Right? They're buying into this. But what do y'all think, man? Put it in the comments, man. This is the Trump era. You see, he was rallying for his boy Chud the Builder. Now he's down there in Texas. I think a couple weeks ago he was in Newark. So somebody is helping to fund him because he's moving around. He moves around. Look, free Chud. Look, he was there for Chud. This guy moves around pushing this. Right? He moves around. See, this is Virginia right here. He's moving around, man. He is basically strengthening his base, man. And the reason why his base is strong is there are many people that watch him, support him, because this is what they believe as well. This is what they believe as well. Right? And this is the Trump Make America Great patriotic movement. He said, I can't. Oh yeah, I read that one. He wants the damn the Democrats to start a war. It is what it is, man. But how was the content, y'all? Gave y'all a good hour. This was an hour. I did talk a little bit of boxing. I said I wasn't going to talk about boxing, but my cousin came in here and he highlighted our move this weekend. So I talked a little bit of boxing, but this was about the Trump agenda. You know, Jake Lang, right? Did I say his name right? Yeah, Jake Lang, 4 in the building. Then, oh, the likes is up, man. We got a lot of likes. Appreciate that, man. I gotta start doing more of these type of videos, man. These videos, but you know, you get these radicals in here. But when you talk like videos like this on race and America and hate, you see that the live stream, the chat was a lot more active. It was way more active, right? Now, you wouldn't think that would be what it was, especially when you come from a community where people just sit online for hours and they talk boxing, right? They literally talk boxing. And like Cuzzo said right here, where's his comment? Where is it? Damn. Chud was here. It is right here. Good work this weekend, right? You would think that, right? A community that watches you, because these all these guys do. They watch. They would engage, but they don't, man. I fronted on a lot of y'all this weekend. I ain't gonna hold you. If that's why I pulled up in different chats to this weekend, right? I was like, you know what? You niggas are so comfortable talking boxing, but you're so uncomfortable with the people that actually do it, right? You are comfortable to talking, but the people that actually go to fights like Malik, Killer K, all the guys, you guys are uncomfortable with that. You're comfortable with the guys that sit around and talk it, right? Or you pick and choose the guys that actually go out. But the people that really come on here and speak on their experiences and show that, oh man, it's you guys don't like that. And like I said, I really didn't do no media. If you notice, the only real media event that I actually did was the weigh-in. I didn't go to the press conference. They wanted me to come. I was like, no, I'm good. Right? I didn't do none of the post press conference stuff, but I gave y'all actual media. My daughter did, right? Then I gave y'all some good stuff at the hotel, but I wasn't doing no interviews. I said it. I was like, yo, I'm not on that type of time no more. I was like, I'm not this the community, right? The community that consists of the online gathering. You guys do not really support boxing. Y'all don't. You guys don't. You guys are a collection of hate groups. That's why I did this topic today. You guys are Make America Great Boxing. You guys are Trump. Right now, there's a video. I'm going to do a reaction to this video. I seen a video last night. I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming today. This guy did a video on Al Heyman. I watched it last night. I wanted to do it. But I said, I'm going to do it today. I said, I'm going to do a couple of deliveries just to get back on the horse, and I'm going to do this video. This guy did a Al Heyman. Matter of fact, let me do it right now, because I can always edit all this stuff up. Yo, this brother did an Al Heyman video, right? I'm going to find it right now. I'm going to find it right now. Because I just put it all together. I may sit on. It's 10 o'clock. I may try to sit on for like 2 hours right now. And go do some deliveries at 12 or something. Yo, this video, this guy broke Al Heyman down to the science, bro. To the science. Al Heyman has finessed the game for so long, right? He got Floyd Mayweather, right? Where is this video? I watched this video last night. Yo, he killed it. This is my history. All I gotta do is find the name. There it is, the back door. Yeah, here it is, right here. I'm gonna find it right now. Bang, 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 bang. I watched it last night. The back. Adrian Broner. Yo, he did it so smooth. Yo, oh, look, they hiding it already, man. Nah. Hold on, man. They are hiding this video already. That was the name of it, man. They probably took it down. Yo, Al Heyman does that, man. If it's a good video on him, it's like 25 minutes long.
So if we look at the history of this process, right, this procedure, essentially the all-on-4 procedure, has been around for 30 years, right, 28 years essentially. So
I'm gonna try to find it, man. I'm gonna pull it up. Here it is right here. Look. I got it. I found it. So what I gotta do, I gotta end this one. Right? Excuse me. There it is. I found it. It's right here. Look at this, right? Yo, it's 25 minutes long. We're gonna just break this down too now, y'all. Why not? This is boxing now. Come up in here, smash the like button. Right? This will give me all my streams from yesterday and today. I'm making up for it right now. Now, y'all see this video right here? It's 25 minutes long. He dropped it yesterday. I was watching this yesterday. This video right here. We're going to click on it. But let me get my fair share. My fair share up there real quick, right? Banner. Where's my fair share banner? Right here. Fair share. Now, a lot of you guys that you sit online, you drunk the Al Heyman Kool-Aid, you're not going to like this. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like it because you've been programmed to worship Al. You've been programmed to worship somebody who basically been robbing the system. Been robbing the system blind.
What is up, guys? I just bought a car from eBay, and I bought it using eBay Secure Purchase. That means I bought with confidence. You don't have to worry because it's all verified through Secure Purchase. You even get a 30-day warranty. And to see what cars offer this awesome service, look for the Secure Purchase badge.
Amazing deals on brand new bedroom sets, sofas and sectionals at everyday low price. Yes, please. Treat yourself to a brand.
This is important. And I'm going to be the leading guy for this. When I thought something.
Now, remember, I said it a long time ago, but they had to kick Fred out the whip, man. Fred doesn't come on here and keep it all the way real. But shout out to his son, hell of a little young basketball player. I still watch his content. A little kid could play a ball. He's nice. His kids got the president's name, Lincoln and Kennedy, right? He's a patriot. That's Lincoln and Kennedy, the presidents, right? But he was an Al Heyman guy, man. I remember when I was, hardcore media, Jack of Fitness. And I used to tell Fred, I used to be like, yo, man, that's when I knew Fred was the agent. Because Fred, patriotic, is this black brotherhood shit, right? And that's what attracted me to him. I'm like, oh, he's pro-black. He's down for the cause, right? And I remember telling him, I was like, yo, bro, why they don't be giving me credentials? I'm the hottest thing out here. I show it now. Look at my kid. Marina done picked up the torch. But I used to tell Fred, I used to be like, yo, man, what's up with your peoples, man? Al Heyman is the black man. Why I don't get credentials? Now all these same people, Kelly Swanson and all them, he turned on them. But he was down with all of them. I used to be like, yo, man, They pulling up here, they be stealing my shit, trying to run with my whole style. How I had Keith Thurman with the motion, Tony Harris, and all these guys. But when it comes time to give out credentials, they never want to give me a credential. Look, never stop none. I created my own lane. Right? Really. But after Fred tried to fight Keith Thurman's father, and they didn't have his back no more, he turned into a turncoat, and he started telling what he always knew. He was telling what he always knew.
Whether it was a boxer, whether it was a promoter, Bob Arum, Al Heyman, Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya, check.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Staples Center here in the City of Angels.
That look for that interest instead of the fighter. That's another thing that hurts us as well. You know, they got too many crooks.
You got to understand, Heyman is a cancer in boxing.
I'll be 100% honest with you, Brian. Al Heyman and Steve knows it.
In this story tonight, I think you heard both fighters mention it, victorious fighters, and that's Al Heyman. Al Heyman's a manager, an advisor, a power broker in boxing, in case you don't know who he is.
How important is your relationship with Al Heyman, and how important is Al Heyman right now in boxing?
We work, me and Al Heyman work hand in hand. Great guy. One thing about it, I can say, Al Heyman is gonna hurt. Whatever he's gonna do, he's gonna do.
Yeah, look, they was all programmed to say these things, man. Al, look, yeah, they don't like Al Heyman. Look, nobody's in here watching now. Nobody's in here watching because this is the truth. Look at EJ. All these guys, all programmed, they're all going down. Earl, you may be next, brother. If the writing is on the wall, you got to go all the way to Australia to fight. Look at your dad right behind you, man. You guys sold your soul, man. Al Heyman got all y'all, man. He got y'all, man. He got all of y'all.
All work pays off. Al Heyman.
Love in these kind of fights. Al Heyman, thank you for.
Yo, even Canelo. But look, Canelo was smart. Canelo got Al the way Al got y'all and got the fuck away from him. He ain't stay down. A lot of y'all had to stay down. And y'all might go down messing with Al, man.
For these two Showtime.
Al, thank you for this fantastic pay-per-view, Fox, PBC. Thank you, Al. Great start. Thank you, Al.
So I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying, Al Heyman, I can quit my job now, baby.
Al Heyman didn't build no empire on talent or hard work in the gym. He built it on staying invisible while everybody around him got used, squeezed, and discarded the second they stopped being useful. All facts. This ain't no underdog story. It ain't no business school case study to admire. This is a breakdown of how one man learned to operate in the shadows of two entire industries, taking what he wanted off the backs of artists and fighters who trusted him with their careers while making sure.
Yo, that's crazy. All of you guys that drunk the Kool-Aid always act like Al Heyman was the biggest supporter. He had the fighters' best interests. He was not like Don King. He wasn't like Bob Arum. He wasn't like none of these guys. No, he was worse. He was worse. Because he hides. I always told you guys this. He hides in the shadows. And not only does he do what they do, he does it worse, if that's a word. He does it worse, man. And you're going to find that out right now.
Up anywhere somebody could actually hold him accountable for it. Every move follows the same exact pattern. Get close to talented people who didn't know any better. Take control of the money before they realize what's happening. And vanish behind lawyers in silence the second anybody starts asking real questions. Before any of the boxing money, before Mayweather, before any of it, contrary to popular belief.
It on as a bodyguard. See, Al Heyman has been making deals with the devil forever. You guys don't talk about this. I'm definitely going to be time stamping this. I'm definitely going to be time stamping this because, like I said, I just do 2-in-1. We talked about Donald Trump. This is the Al Heyman effect now. You see that? Look at Suge Knight. Suge Knight, you can see he wasn't who he is now. He sold his soul to the devil too. Suge sold his soul to the devil. But look, you can see right there. He's not powerful yet. Yes, all the time, cuzzo. They all do. Al Heyman did it. Al Heyman did it. Look, this is him and Suge Knight right here. He put Suge Knight on and hit in the back.
The music business and that whole legendary story people tell about Suge Knight saving Bobby Brown's life from a drug dealer's contract hit, that wasn't Suge at all. That was Heyman in the background, quietly paying off the people who had the hit out, then letting somebody else walk around taking the credit for it while his own name stayed clean and hidden.
Bobby Brown wanted to go on tour, on my prerogative tour, but he owed some guys some money, and they had a contract on Bobby. They was out to kill Bobby. So we're not gonna be able to tour because Bobby's scared of these guys trying to kill him. So I confronted the guys, I dealt with the guys, and I was aggressive. And made that guy apologize to Bobby. So the word traveled around that,
Now look how Suge transformed. See? Suge transformed. Remember the first picture I just showed? Cuz if you still in, whoever's gonna watch this. Remember the first picture he was with Al Heyman? Look at him now. He transformed. He sold his soul to the devil. He's getting to it now. But you heard the play. Al Heyman paid those people off. And Suge Knight took the credit for being somebody who helps artists with their problems.
Yeah.
That's the blueprint right there. Let somebody else, the spotlight, stay the one actually pulling the strings and controlling the money. Al Heyman was born in Cleveland, Ohio, April 21st, 1955 to be
One
exact.
day
He left home from Massachusetts to study at Harvard University, and it make him a public thinker or a teacher. It trained him to spot exactly where the money was in any deal and exactly how to position himself to take it without his fingerprint showing. While he was still a student, he was already using his, he understood early that whoever controls how something reaches people holds the real power over everybody else involved, including.
That is why he has all of you YouTube boxing sheep done. You drunk the Kool-Aid. How many of these content community clowns always spoke on Al Heyman? And I used to get into debates with these dickheads. That now they know. They can't even touch me. But they used to always want to debate me. And I used to be like, yo, you don't even know this dude, bro. This video right here that this guy did, I've been on this type of time when it came to Al Heyman. Because I have actual family that is in the game. And they used to tell me, all the people that Al Heyman employed are the same people that Don King employed. They was 1-1, right? And I was like, yo, me and EJ, because I used to be like, yo, bro, that ain't right. That's not right. You always talking about this guy. I'm like, yo. And look, it came out with him and Crawford. But I've been told, I said, yo, bro, you don't even, look, what do I know? That's why I always say, what do I know? I'm like, yo, your paperwork and all this shit, you sold your soul to the devil, babe. Your shit don't even add up, bro. And I'm not a Kool-Aid drinker. You're not gonna get me on here to talk this back end shit and run that dumb narrative. Cause nah, I know the game. It don't work that way, brother. It don't work that way, brother.
So
Ain't no way you guys are print on demand company. Come on now.
Concept. Remember, that's how he
after
came to
college,
play.
Heyman went back to Cleveland and worked his way into the OJ's inner circle, getting especially close with
Al right
Levert
there.
and
That's
his
Al.
son
Y'all
Gerald.
look. Y'all don't even know what he looks like. This is Al right here. Y'all know what he looks like. See? Yeah, look. Yeah, this is educational purposes only, right? That's Al Heyman right there, man. Y'all don't even know what the man looks like. This is Al Heyman right here. Y'all barely see him. Y'all never seen him, man. That's Al right there, man.
Levert called him practically family, called him a mama's boy, meant as a compliment. Talked about how close Heyman stayed with his own mother, Emma Lou, through all of it. That closeness with the Leverts gave Heyman full 14 separate businesses around live concert promotion and partnered with a man named Casey out of International Creative Management, ICM. Together they staged over 8,000 concerts. Whitney Houston, Mary J. Blige, MC Hammer, New Edition, Rick James, Bobby Brown, turning what used to be a chaotic business into something closer to an assembly line where Heyman controlled the infrastructure and the artists just got plugged in wherever he needed them. In 1992, in one of the only interviews he has ever given in his entire life, L told USA.
Peep that, 1992, right? It is 2026. 1992 is 2026. One of the only interviews he ever did USA Today in 1992. It is 2026. So he has the Jeff Johnson, the name you know. Jeff Johnson, the name you know. Al Heyman has ran this game forever. 1992 was the only time. But Jeff Johnson, Al Heyman, the name you know, has been running this play forever.
Today, he and Casey put on roughly 500 shows. The prior year and grossed $60 million off of it. The artists made the music, and the people who created the demand in the first place. That gap between who create value and who collects it never closed once across his entire career. It just moved from concert stages into boxing rings. In 1987, L was co-promoting the Eddie Murphy Raw Tour with Eddie Murphy's stepfather, Vernon Lynch, a tour that became the highest grossing comedy tour and film combination the industry had seen up to that point. All of it run through the same playbook of stand behind the scenes. Heyman moved easily between lawyers and boardrooms and artists straight off the street. And the one skill he leaned on harder than any other was staying out of controversy. Holiday gift baskets sent at the right time. Concert tickets handed out to the right people. Small cap.
Right, look, there he goes again. You heard he did? Gift bags, charity gift bags, book bag giveaways, turkeys, complimentary tickets passed down through the right people, right? The payoffs, payola. But he's staying out the way. Smash the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Motion sickness reactions, making America great again. We talked about Donald Trump. Now we talking about Al Heyman. Hit the like button, y'all.
The gestures that kept every door open, kept his own name out of anybody's mouth any negative way. By 1999, he had built a reputation around booking the biggest, the boldest shows possible, sometimes 1,200 miles apart, back to back. That same year, he sold AH Enterprise to FSX Entertainment and walked away keeping 50% ownership and most of the creative control anyway. He sold the company and somehow still owned half of what he sold. From there,
I peeped that. I had to stop it once again. Educational purposes only. He sold the company, but he kept 50% ownership and creative control. How do you do that? How do you sell a company? Almost sounds like what he's doing in boxing now. Pay attention, y'all. He sold the company. It sounds like what he does in boxing as the advisor / manager, not the promoter. He sold the company, but he still had 50% control of the company. Player on player.
He moved into television production, structuring his very first deal, so he took almost no money up front, a tactic that should sound familiar to anybody who knows what he later did to fighters in boxing. He was expected to deliver 1 or 2 shows. He had 13 projects running by the end of the first year, in an industry built entirely around writers, and he never wrote a single one of them himself. He profited off of other people's boxing skills.
This is Speedy and Jim Monster.
Taking no y'all. Trading boxing.
Held into boxing around 2000, working first with Vernon Forrest, calling it nothing more than a hobby at the time. The only thing that actually worried him about getting to do with the business, it was his own mother disapproving of boxing. He had his siblings physically distract her during fight broadcasts so she wouldn't catch him on television by accident. Meanwhile, his actual operation moved in total secrecy. His assistant, Sylvia Brown, ran the day-to-day.
Sylvia used to work with Don King. Sylvia Brown, right? Sylvia Brown. See, he moved through Sylvia Brown. And you know who else he moved through? They're going to tell y'all. Many people, remember, shout out to Bob Arum. Bob Arum said this, right? And he clowned EJ, right? And EJ said, I talked to Al the other day. He said, you sure it wasn't Sam Watson? You sure it wasn't Sam Watson? See, a lot of y'all sit online in these groups, these hate groups, right? These jealous fan gatherings. Y'all niggas has been crash dummy / idol worshiper. Y'all drunk the Kool-Aid, man. Y'all drunk the Kool-Aid, man. And y'all have no motion.
Hey, Sam Watson and his 2 sons stood in at the public face and walked fighters to the ring because Heyman himself was never going to let one of them at once. And even with that level of direct daily contact, Xavier James said Heyman remained a complete mystery the entire time, penetrating
mystery
boxing in James' own words, with almost no personal interaction at all. A man can talk to you every single day for years, and you still actually never know him. That's not
like, man. You heard what he just said? Talking to him every day, but actually never knowing him. That's all of these dudes, man. He built his whole posse off of that. All these guys always talk to Al. And then remember when they stopped talking to him, right? They all stopped talking to him, but they all used to talk to Al. They all used to talk to Al, right? I talked to Al. Then it came a point in time, I think his mother got sick. Nobody talked to him. They didn't even have no contact with him, right? He had got sick, his mom's. He was taking care of his mother, so they couldn't talk to him. But that's how they all used to get, and they all used to talk to him. Call Al.
By design. And starting with Vernon Forrest, Heyman built his early reputation by maximizing what his fighters earned. Usually he didn't build relationships with the people already in the fighter's corner. He waited for the right moment and replaced them. Damon Brewster is the clearest of it. Exactly how grimy that operation actually was. Sam Simon, co-creator of The Simpsons, had been bankrolling Brewster's entire career since 1999, paying him huge bonuses a year on top of his multi-million-dollar fight purses, letting him live rent-free in the mansion that Simon owned. The relationship was deeper than money. When Brewster knocked out Vladimir Klitschko to win the WBO heavyweight title in April of 2004, Simon called it the happiest night of his life. Soon after that win, Brewster thought his team returned Simon's call. During that entire year, and handed Simon the phone. What Heyman told him was final. Simon was out of a job. A new contract got
back. Yo, the guy, did y'all catch that? Smash the like button, man. We vibing with y'all today, man. Content. Did y'all peep that, man? The man that seemingly funded Layman Brewster, had him living in his mansion rent-free, giving him bonuses, was backdoored out of the management deal. Backdoored out of the management deal. Right? Backdoored.
Commission down from 12% to 1%. Simon said it played out like a bad boxing movie and called it the greatest betrayal of his entire life. Heyman, through his lawyers, declined
and that's not a bad, listen, that guy, I say that was fair. You heard what he was only getting 12%. Not 20, not 25, 12% as the manager. Right? Which is damn good. Some managers damn near get 30, 25, 26, upwards, right? He was getting 12%. Al Heyman cut him down to 1%, basically fired him, backdoored him. This guy only was taking 12%. He was giving you bonuses, had you living rent-free in one of his mansions, and you backdoored him. You see what happened to Layman Brewster? God don't like ugly, man. God does not like ugly. Layman Brewster.
Answer a single question about any of it. That's the pattern. Getting close. Take what you came for. Disappear behind a lawyer the second anybody asks you to account for it. Same pattern will repeat itself with Mayweather. Decades later, just with more zeros attached to it.
Laser Bullet works with our laser strike system to help you train from the comfort of your home so you can become a better shot. The cool thing is, right now, is if you get this along with the...
Al Heyman is licensed in Nevada strictly as a manager, yet his own people have said he performs many of the same functions as a promoter does, putting him in a legal gray area that potentially violates the Muhammad Ali Reform Act, a law Congress passed specifically to keep managers and promoters from being the same person, pulling both sides of a fighter's fight deal purses.
Quickly, let's define the Ali Act. It's a federal law designed to protect professional boxers from exploitation and unfair practices in boxing, and also is to ensure that there's no conflict of interest between manager and promoter, hence that no promoter can be a manager at the same time, or no manager can be a promoter at the same time.
That's not an accident or an oversight on Heyman's part, wearing both hats while staying licensed as only one of them gives a man total control over a fighter's money. But almost nobody became bigger. So did L's percentage, 25%.
Yo, y'all remember when I told y'all that, man? Do y'all remember when I told y'all that? And I was like, yo, that's why they been trying to mute my mic. When I say, yo, he killing the game, and you niggas is all dumb. He's making all of the money. That's why the PBC didn't like me. Barbershop Conversation tried to take credit for it now. But I've been saying, I say, yo, if he manages all the fighters or advises every fighter that's on that card, and remember, my receipts is out there, stamped and certified. I said, if it's six bouts on the card, and he's getting 20% from 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, I said, he's making all of the money. He's making more money than the fighters. And look, this is his formula, his blueprint, his model. And look how it's playing out right now. Floyd is in court. AB is cirrhosis of the liver probably right now. He gets drunk and high and does all this other shit streaming. These are guys that were sitting on M's. M's. Floyd was the biggest. Deontay Wilder. The list just goes on and on. The Charlos. Earl's going to Australia, man. Call Al. Call Al.
Sent is borderline dying king type shit.
Hey Don, why'd you rob Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali like Barack Obama robbed us?
I love them, and I thought it was just so nice that they would give me an opportunity for me to make them rich so that I could rob them, because they were poor when they came to me, and there was nothing to rob.
Crazy. Yeah, Don King. Shout out to the Don. Did y'all people what he said? That reporter that asked him that, he fucked his head up when he said that too. Don is the devil too, man. But damn, do you hear how he broke that down? He said the dude asked him why did he rob them, and he said because I made them a lot of money, right? They made a lot of money with me. Remember, I used to say this to people. I told people this because I've been around. I seen them when they was like, yo, he robbed Mike Tyson. I was like, I don't think he did. I said, I seen Don King give a lot of people mad money, right? Just because they fuck up their money, right? If you fuck up your money, or you don't know how to manage your money, that's on you. I seen him go as a young kid, being in Atlantic City. I seen him pull out bank rolls and give dudes wild cash. Rolls like knots like this. I seen him. If somebody was to come in here right now, I'm gonna use this dude, the dude that said that was bullshit. The cash app never came through. If he cash at me $2,000, which is not a lot of money, but it's money, and I fuck up that $2,000, that's on me. Right? He sends me $2,000, right? And I fuck that up, that's on me. Then I can't say, oh, this guy robbed me. No, he gave me 2 rats. I didn't flip it or I fucked it up. That's what happens with a lot of these guys. They get the money, they fuck it up, man. Cuzzo says, sounds like Al Heyman is the Diddy of, yeah, take that. He been backdooring these dudes, the back end. They've been getting fucked for years, Cuzzo, exactly.
Taking a bigger cut, essentially, fighters was still ended up shorthanded on the back end. Brewster was in the last fighter to find out the hard way, but depending on Heyman actually missed them in that same financial grip showed up again, just wearing a different face.
I'm Jim Lampley. If there's one rising young American fighter who might be expected to command the spotlight for the next couple of years and perhaps into the future, he's 23-year-old Adrian Broner of Cincinnati, Ohio. After a star-quality amateur career, Broner is really just getting started as a professional. No major identity fights so far, but some impressive wins nevertheless.
For years, Broner called Heyman a mentor, a father figure, somebody who looked out
for. That's what they all do, right? See that? They all call Al Heyman a mentor, father figure, call Al. Al takes care of us. Al takes care of us.
him financially when nobody else would.
Al Heyman take good care of his fighters. Real good care of his fighters. Thank God for Al Heyman.
That relationship cracked wide open in 2022 when Broner publicly said Heyman and then Showtime president Steven Espinoza were full of between BLK Prime and Don King.
Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Brian. I ain't with it bullshitting because why is we doing a press conference on a computer when you got guys like they don't do Floyd shit on a computer when he fight a YouTuber. They don't do nobody about me. So when you say fuck me, it's fuck y'all. And at the end of the day, that's what I really just came here to let y'all know. I see anybody can see it. Y'all at this point y'all bullshitting. Y'all's been supposed to make this fight. Y'all giving us dates. Y'all keep pushing our dates back. Like y'all, come on, man. Who the fuck do a 6-month camp? Y'all tripping. So what I'm gonna do, Brian, I'm gonna talk to you at 11 on Thursday. So what I'm gonna do is tell Omar, keep training your ass off. I'm training my ass off too. Let's go in there and put on a great performance. But I'm gonna get the fuck on up out of here and go back to sleep, y'all. Hey, Brian, I'll see you on Thursday, all right? My boy.
Court records from that same period show exactly what that dependency looked like up close. In a 2020 hearing tied to an $855,000 civil judgment he owed from a 2018 assault case, Judge Nancy Margaret Russo pressed Broner on how he claimed to have $13 to his name while flashing stacks of cash on social media days earlier.
Bad work right here. Remember all of this, y'all? Remember all of this? All that money he was flashing. He still does it to this day now. But he was owing all this money and then said he didn't have it. Y'all remember this, man? I told you this was a great video. A great video right here, man.
Broner told her the money belonged to his rich friends, naming Espinoza and Heyman directly.
My friends, I can ask Devontae Davis, Al Heyman, I can ask Steven Espinoza, I ask anybody.
He told ESPN around that same time that when Espinoza and Heyman came to him, he never said no, calling it the bitter with the sweet. In 2024, with his career stalled and no fight on the calendar, Broner posted directly to Heyman demanding $10 million to come back and fight, reminding him he had fought whoever he was told to without complaint and threatened to go back to the street if the money didn't show up.
I've been staying in Cincinnati for about the last month. And this shit done changed me all the way back. Now, I ain't AB no more. When y'all see me, don't call me AB. I'm twin. This shit changed me all the way back
this
to twin.
Nigga touched M's, bro. With Al Heyman, man. Something ain't adding up, man. It just wasn't AB. Look what Floyd's going through right now, man. But nobody wants to talk about this. Nobody reports on this. You still see these dudes, these idol worshiping fans of boxing still talking this PBC dumb shit, bro. That's why the boxing community, y'all been done to me, man. Like, yo, you niggas is programmed sheep. Not even in the game. Y'all are programmed sheep. If you watch actual players that came up under this system, that were in the system, touch millions of dollars. And this is how a lot of them have been giving it up. But yet y'all still will sit online and defend shit. You niggas are programmed sheep, man. Programmed sheep. You are spot on, Cuzzo. Cuzzo said 90% of professional boxers retire and go broke. But Cuz, put it in the comments, man. The Al Heyman blueprint wasn't that, man. Remember all these guys, EJ, the biggest right now. EJ is not the biggest. The biggest is Floyd Mayweather. Look at all the money problems they are reporting that he is having. But remember, he was the biggest. He made the most money. Earl Spence ain't make nothing close to what Floyd made. And Floyd, all these guys always talk about how Al Heyman sets them up for life after boxing. Life after boxing. Al Heyman. Look at him now, y'all. Type it in the comments. So
shit over with. They ain't talking about my 10 million. Al Heyman to see twin. They ain't talking about my 10, so I'm twin. Fuck that. I'm a street nigga. I'm a rapper, full-time rapper. I told y'all that. So anybody that think they gonna disrespect now, well, I might rob you. I'm just being honest. Just because. I'm back. The streets don't respect nothing but violence anyway. I'm safe out here. I feel way more comfortable out here. Trouble. Because, I wasn't comfortable. Out here, I don't get in trouble. This is normal day shit. But rob the fuck out of you. Say something stupid to me. And my shit still dropping. Still adjusting.
This nigga crashed out. They put him back out. Look, they put him back out. He got a little bit of motion right now. But is it real motion? Is it real motion, man? This is all smoke and mirrors, y'all.
Do y'all bad? Y'all can't beat me. I'm gonna knock one of y'all out on camera and put it up. What, y'all gonna sue me? Then y'all career gonna be over. And if y'all wanna go to some extra street shit, I'm gonna shoot the fuck out of you. On God and them. And you know I don't know who in them is. So it's up with me. Shit, it's 90, what is it? 93 degrees out this bitch. I'm out this bitch in Tim's. Dirty ones. Tim's. Fuck is you talking about, man? Street nigga, I don't give a fuck. All I change is socks and drawers every day. Motherfucker just called me for $2,000. I'm about to go pay him in 10 times.
The fraud lawsuit dropped in February of 2026. Broner moved fast to defend the same man he had once demanded money from and walked away from in anger, posting that he would never take legal action against Heyman, that people could call him dumb or brainwashed, so he would.
Yo, you can't. No, why? Look, you see what they saying? He would never take actions against Al Heyman. Just like Floyd. Floyd couldn't sue him because you can't sue him. You can't. You can't sue him, man. You niggas signed a deal to the devil, and you can't sue him.
Loyal in that whatever Heyman owed him, he was satisfied either way. That's the pattern. Take what you came for. Disappear behind the law the second anybody asks you to be held accountable. Same pattern would repeat itself with Mayweather decades later, just with more zeros attached to it.
Watch
this
first.
Watch
Turned it up.
this. I can show you how to get this.
The Mayweather relationship is where all of this reached its peak. According to the lawsuit, Mayweather would eventually file decades later. Heyman began managing him around 2004 under a verbal agreement worth a 10% fee, an agreement that technically expired after 1 year. Pay attention to that pattern because it is very important. Come in taking next to nothing, leave out taking next to everything. That's the Al Heyman blueprint. Al Heyman kept operating in that role anyway for roughly 2 decades, controlling contract negotiations, television deals, sponsorships, and investments the entire time off an agreement that had no for 750,000 being to become the biggest pay-per-view draw of his generation and generate roughly 1.2 billion across his career, guaranteed purses of 100 million each for the kind.
Yeah, that's why I was just telling y'all, look, this is the biggest earner, and look at the financial trouble he's in. So when I see all these other guys right now, EJ to be example, he's going to Australia. He's going to Australia to fight. To get his biggest payday, he fought Terrence Crawford. He had to go get with Adrian Clark and them, Fighters First Management, and set up a new deal to get that fight done with Terrence Crawford. So you want me to believe that all of these guys are rocking and rolling? I don't think so, man. I think it's like what Cuzzo said right here. I'm going to post your comment, and I'm going to take some of the Southside bitters. I got the Southside bitters here. Damn, I don't have nothing to chase this mother effer with, man. I need a chaser. This shit is, no chaser. Oh, God, man. I have no chaser. Man. That shit is rough, man. Southside bitters. It works, though. Ugh. 2 hours, y'all. I told y'all we was turning up today this morning.
In Pacquiao fights alone, Mayweather's face was everywhere. Magazine covers, pay-per-view posters, every single camera in every arena finding him first. Heyman's face was nowhere. Not one billboard, not one interview explaining how a verbal handshake from 2004 that legally expired within a year somehow kept controlling hundreds of...
Right there. The actual contract and agreement they had expired in 1 year between Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather, according to this report. But Al Heyman still controlled most of and all of the money, y'all. Most and all of the money. Yeah, dude.
Bruh, you can't make this shit up. By the early 2010s, boxing was losing visibility across the board, locked behind pay-per-views, with younger audience and casuals checking out completely. In 2015, Heyman launched Premier Boxing Champions, PBC, who made the financial backing, putting high-level fighters on widely available television instead of fans to keep paying for access over. His stable eventually grew to include dozens of elite fighters across multiple eras: Mayweather, Pacquiao, Gervonta Tank Davis, Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence Jr., Luis Ortiz, Caleb Plant, Andrew Ruiz Jr., and well over 30 names, according to the industry estimates in BoxRec, going all the way back to Brewster, Paul Williams, Lucas Matisse, and Vernon Forrest, the same Forrest he started this whole operation with. Through it all, Al never gave an interview, never built a public face. Every contract speak for him while he stayed completely hidden from the fighters' own audiences. Net worth estimates on Heyman vary widely, specifically because he kept everything buried for 50 years. Also, the industry sources place him somewhere.
He kept everything buried for 50 years. Doesn't it sound like the feds is coming? Doesn't it? Yo, it just this doesn't really sound good, man. That's why I had to bust down that sour sap bitter. It sounds like it's getting real bitter, y'all. This is getting real bitter. It's getting real bitter. So he kept the records buried for 50 years. And watch what he says about when Floyd needs to see the books. Remember when Terrence Crawford wanted to see the books? Transparency. We talked about that, man. See, I got a lot of stamps and receipts out here now with this blogging and content creating and speaking on this box and shit. Stamped and certified, man. No jealous fan zone ain't.
In the high eight-figure, possibly low nine-figure range, tied to management fees, PBC television revenue, decades of fighter relationships, and the entertainment promotion money going all the way back to his concert days. No verified public disclosure exists. There never was supposed to be one. Man who built 14 separate businesses, ran a 4-decade career in 2 different industries, and managed dozens of professional athletes worth hundreds of millions combined, has somehow never had to answer a single question publicly about where any of that money actually ended up. February 4th, 2026, Los Angeles County Superior Court. Floyd Mayweather Jr. files a 25-page lawsuit against Showtime Network and former Showtime Sports president Steven Espinosa, seeking at least $340 million. The complaint lays out a fraud scheme running 15 plus years deep. Showtime allegedly hiring Mayweather's fight earnings to third-party accounts controlled by Heyman and his associate, including an account tied to Mayweather's own tax data and Mayweather directly. From there, the allegedly moved again through hit accounts and falsely labeled transfers disguised as reimbursement.
You hear that right there? If this shit is true, maybe that's why that audio leaked. If this is true, what this guy's saying, and it's all coming out now, the feds is coming. Somebody's going to jail. Well, they all telling already. They've been telling her, but you see how everything that glitters ain't gold, y'all. Everything that glitters ain't gold, man. This guy been running the scheme, the fraud. 15 years and counting, baby. 15 years and counting. But Floyd can't sue him.
On payoffs and expenses, all benefiting Heyman. Banking records cited in the suit allegedly showed lost transfers to an entity called Allen Heyman Development, showing up right after Mayweather's biggest fights. The complaint specifically points to the Pacquiao fight, alleged inflated expense reimbursements pulled from that revenue, including a $20 million payout for the September 2015 Birdo fight, drawn straight out of Pacquiao's fight proceeds, with Mayweather alleging the Pacquiao money got used as a slush fund for costs that had nothing to do with that fight. The complaint also references the contract document where the date appeared to have been physically altered after the fact. And after everything documented here, Heyman isn't even named as the direct defendant in his own alleged fraud scheme. Reportedly, out of personal regard, Mayweather still holds with the man accused of robbing him for 2 decades straight. That suit instead targets Showtime and Espinosa for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, admit fraud, compensation, and unjust enrichment, arguing both parties knew Heyman owed Mayweather's a fiduciary duty and watched payments for exceeding his 10%. Also points to what happened the second Showtime Sports shut down at the end of 2023. Espinosa immediately landed a consulting role with Heyman's PBC, which the lawsuit framed as evidence the alignment between the two men never actually broke. Years before any of this went public, when Mayweather's new management team asked for detailed financial breakdowns of specific fights, Showtime refused to produce them. The network later argued anything tied to fights.
I'll try to stop. Let me see. Maybe I can go back. Yo, these little internet charade games right here have y'all dumb forever, right? You niggas really like. He shows this check, right? Let me let it play. You see how he shows a check, right? Smoke and mirrors, man. $100 million check, right? This was $100 million check. I remember when I got into a disagreement, because I'm not gonna say I don't argue with niggas online, right? I got into a disagreement. I remember this. I said, yo, I don't have a check on me right here. I have one in my car, right? Anybody could post the check, like what he just did right here, what you see right here, and put an amount on it. That does not mean that check is legit. And the reason why I'm speaking on that now is because we watching. Did he make the news for signing a bad check or some shit, y'all? Or trying to pay for something with a bad check? Motion sickness, man. 2 hours plus today, man. I made up for yesterday and today. But this was America, man. This is America, y'all. This is America, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the
breakdown of specific fights. Showtime refused to produce them. The network later argued anything tied to fights from 2015 was time barred by the statute of limitations. And according to that suit, Heyman told Mayweather directly that the financial records had been lost in a flood at a storage facility. A flood, bruh. This man said.
Oh, man. Yo, the records got lost in the flood, man. Yo, you can't make this shit up, bro. The records got lost in the flood in the storage facility.
Flood. That's the explanation. The man who built 14 businesses around meticulous logistics and paperwork gave the fighter who made him wealthy. When the fighter finally asked to see where his own money went, same man who structured his television deals to take little money up front, so the real payoff stayed hidden in the back end. Same man who slid Sam Simon's reduced contract under a hotel door instead of saying it to his face. The flood story fits the pattern. Nothing would hang his name on it ever survived long enough for anybody else to actually look at it closely. On February the 2nd, cast called Compass on the beat 3 days after the lawsuit dropped, picking a friendly platform instead of facing real questions from hardcores who pushed back. Paramount issued a statement calling the claims baseless and said they'd fight it in court. The case sits in early stages with a jury trial requested, and Heyman, the same man who avoided cameras his entire career, who should not take credit for saving Bobby Brown's life, who never returned Sam Simon's call until it was time to take his in the flood, has said nothing publicly about any of it. Not a denial, not a defense.
Al Heyman does not care, y'all. Al Heyman is so old now, right? And has been doing this for so long that if the feds do come in and it's all looking like something's going to happen, it doesn't even matter to him anymore. Because, like I said, he's at an age in life where if they do file charges to take his books and all that, he lived already. He stole. And it's alleged, right? I'm going to say alleged. But he has done worse than what Don King has, right? But remember, he was better than Don King. He was better than for boxing. Man, hopefully you guys enjoyed the source today, man. 2 hours at the desk. I think I'll go do some deliveries now. Yes, it is 11:08. Maybe I'll do about 5 today. Get back on the horse. Today's really supposed to be another rest day. But I can't. I got to run my businesses as well. Or maybe I'll just rest, right? I'll do minimum 3, do some laundry, do something productive today. Even though I feel like, I gave y'all a good 2-hour live stream, this isn't productivity to me no more, man. It's not. It really isn't, man. Some days I like to blog like this and do breakdowns and reactions, but a lot of times not really. Not really. It's just pointless. Malik, what up? Salute, OG. Shout out to Malik, man. Met the good brother this past fight week at the fights. Real frontliner, outside, in the field. Good to see him at the fight. That was a great night, man. It it was a great night of fights. I enjoyed the atmosphere, man. Like you know what it was? I'm gonna tell you. I think I said it yesterday. I might have said it in that Devin Haney, Bill Haney video I did. I haven't been to a good fight at the Barclays Center since the PBC days because I have been working with a lot of top ranked fighters, and top ranked never fought at the Barclays. They was always in Manhattan. They was always at the Hula Theater, Madison Square Garden. And I haven't been to a good fight at the Barclays Center since the PBC days. Like I was there for Tank Davis, Rolly, but that wasn't a good atmosphere. Malik, I didn't know you at the time, but I'm pretty sure you was in there too. It was chaos. A lot of people were getting beat up. It was fights. It was just nasty energy. At least for the Boots, Ennis, and Malik can tell you he was in there. It was good energy. The fights were good. It was good. It was a good vibe, man. I seen a lot of people. You know, we was getting it in. The fight, like I said, the fights were good. For the 7 rounds that Xander and Boots fought, that was a good fight, man. The 3rd round, especially when Boots got wobbled a little bit. He was wobbled, Job. Xander was just wobbled too. But that was a hell of a fight, hell of a night. A lot of good energy, man. Right? But I was just so happy for my daughter. She's killing it, man. She killed it. Jadakiss walked him out. I mean, I was telling my boy T, I said, I felt like we was at a Rough Riders D-Block concert, man. It was like, I was in like, me and Rini had our little our media section, man. It was good, man. I was like, I felt like I was in the skybox at a concert when Jada came out, man. You know? But yeah, the fights were good, man. I'm gonna tell you the only thing that Philly was it. Yes, they was. Salute, Philly. They was. Yeah, the only thing, Malik, that threw me off, right? I was like, all these weird niggas, right? The Jealous Fan Inc. niggas that was online yesterday. I was in mad at they shit. I was in so many of these niggas chats and shit yesterday. These niggas is weird, man. These niggas just be weird, man. They're a turn off. You can't look. You can't even troll these niggas, man. When these niggas really know you out here and you moving them, you can't even troll them. They try to ignore your comments because they have no substance, man. They have no substance, man. Word. These niggas have no the boxing community consists of no substance. Now, Greg is popping, man. Shout out to Greg Hackett. Look. Matter of fact, look. Let me go over here. Greg is my guy, man. I know Greg for years in the boxing game. Greg is doing his thing. I met Greg, I want to say like maybe 5-6 years ago. The first time I ever interviewed him, he was working with Stephen Fulton. We was at the Tillery Hotel in Brooklyn. Then I interviewed him at the Edgar Berlanga fight in Philly. Right, listen, if you know Greg is really in the game. He used to catch a lot of flack for his boxing record. Right? These corny ass niggas that do absolutely nothing in boxing always used to try to knock his boxing record. Oh, you get knocked out and this you got all these losses because he takes fights. He's a dog. He'll take a fight on 3 days' notice. That's what he rumbles. But to see where he's at now, look, I'm gonna show y'all this picture. I told my guy he was Greg Hackett Promotions, right? I said, man, my man is Greg Hackett Promotions. He was in there clean. That brother was in there clean, sharp. Look, he was in there clean, looking like one of the promoters, man. Here he is, right here. That's me, him, and Coach Rain. Right here. We outside, man. Front lines, baby. There he is, clean. That brother was clean in there. I said, man, you Greg Hackett boxing. Yeah, he's official. Greg is official, right? YSM. I got all them on video. YSM was in there. They go him and Joe Dini. We was all at the at the initial press conference together, that's when I interviewed him about Tim Bradley. I was trying to push the narrative to make Tim Bradley fight him. I know Bradley would never fight him. You know, Bradley ain't gonna fight him. But yeah, shout out to GHB and YSM, all those guys. Yo, it was lit, man. I had a good time, man. I see my brothers June and Al, right? I had a good time for Reem, man. Because to watch my baby moving and grooving in there as a young publicist, man, I remember pushing her in strollers, man. I remember pushing her in strollers, her and CEO Nasai. Like CEO Nasai, I want to CEO Nasai to come, but I don't push the family business on her no more. Cause CEO Nasai would have been right there with the lens, taking the frames from up there. But I was like, I don't even push it on her. She does her own thing. She's into the music, acting, doing what she does. But Rainey is still hands on. Rainey's in the fight game, man. Rainey is in the fight game for real, man. She's outside, man. Yo, she's like Malik, right? She's like Malik and Greg and Joe. Yo, she's outside in the field. A lot of you niggas that sit online with all these boxing discussions and clicking up and hit the link, you niggas ain't nowhere. Nobody knows you. Yo, Malik, have you seen any of these guys, Malik, right? Yo, yo, look, one thing about Malik and myself, right? Malik can tell you this, right? For as much as I talk crazy, right? Because that's how me and Malik met. I was talking crazy. Malik was saying, Malik seen me though, man, right? Yeah, Malik. When you see me, right? Look, Malik, keep it tall. You my guy. I fuck with you. We gonna keep hooking up and linking. Yo, Malik, do I hide? Yo, Malik, where was I at when you see me, Malik? Right? Yo, I was walking all around, right, Malik? Right? I wasn't hiding in my section, right, Malik? Yo, I wasn't hiding. Look, yeah, look. I show my shit. I got wristbands and all that. Yo, Malik, was I hiding in the section? Yo, Malik, was I hiding in the section? Was I somewhere hiding after they say I talk all crazy and all this? Malik, was I hiding, right? I was moving around amongst all of the peoples, man. I don't come on my platform and talk crazy, and then I go to these fights and I'm hiding. Yeah, and I'm hiding, right? And I'm hiding, right? Not only that, I have my daughter with me. We moving and grooving. I'm introducing her to the peoples. She's networking. This is what we do. This is what we do. But like I said, a lot of these dudes that come on here, and they know I don't gotta say y'all names no more. You niggas is cowards and suckers. I've been called y'all out. Cause I know a lot of y'all. Y'all know me. Now y'all know my babies. Y'all know my team. A lot of you niggas is internet characters and suckers. Y'all not outside. Y'all don't stand for nothing. Y'all don't do nothing. But yeah, that was a great night, man. It gave me a PBC vibe, but not like, I never front on the PBC. When I just did the Al Heyman breakdown, when the PBC had it going on, they had Barclays on tilt. The Charlo cars, the Earl Spence cars, Thurman Porter, Thurman, Garcia, a lot of epic Brooklyn Barclays Center nights, man. But yeah, it was good vibe, man. A lot of Puerto Ricans was in there. Philly was in there thick. Bill and Dev came, right? Matter of fact, let me do my reaction now. Look, I'll do it right now too. Bill knows where the money's at. Shit, him and Dev was in the building. I didn't see them, right? But they was in the building, right? And Bill Haney, right? After pulling his move, he had to come to where the money was at for the Tank Davis fight. And look, see, what Bill does is this. I like about Bill. He knows how to finesse the game. Tank's not pulling up, right? But Bill was out there. There go Bill right here. This is a dope video. I meant to do a reaction on this. But yo, Bill was out there. That's old Bill. Pimp Bill. Right? It's another good one right here, right? When he got clapped in one of these videos. Not in the video, but this one he got clapped in the streets. But yo, Bill said something, right? That because he knows Tank Davis ain't around the money right now. He went around the money. I told you where the money was at. The money was in New York. Right? He let all the YouTube crash dummies just do what they do as from the tweets. Yo, the internet boxing scene, they get hype over tweets. And when motherfucker tweets some shit, these niggas that get all excited. Yo, like nigga, if the money, the people that's putting the bag up, if they not buying into it, stamping it, man, that shit is just a gossipy, chilling circuit topic, man. Here it is right here. Look, shout out to Trick Noty. I responded to your comment, Trick. Yo, Bill knows where it's at. My guy Troy Archer, where's Bill at? I got Bill on here. There it is right here. Look, let's get to it, man. Bill pulled up to the bag and was talking spicy. Tank, look.
Tank doesn't want any of it.
Knock it off, man.
Yeah, Bill front. Yeah, they can say what they want to say, Malik. They be watching the source, Malik. Yo, Malik, they be watching the source, right? Didn't I kill them niggas last week? I said that, Malik, right? Yo, Malik, yo, look what he said, Malik. Yo, get off of Twitter, right? I said that last week when all these dudes jumped out here and because they was tweeting about the fight. I said, yo, man, ain't the money don't. Yo, listen, man, you niggas is on Twitter talking that shit. If these networks, the zone people, the people who I be sitting around, yeah, yo, y'all be sitting, nigga. What do you think when I was in the hotel? When I was in the hotel, right? That's where the money's at, man. That's where all the wise men. Matter of fact, watch this. Look. I'm in my bag today, right here. Watch this. Look, I'm in my bag, man. Watch. They know my daughter, man. My daughter was around them. Watch this. Watch this real quick. Let me just get real. Let me get real Bill Haney-ish on you niggas, right? Watch this. Hopefully my man picks up because he was there. I had to let him get a whiff of it, man. The niggas don't be knowing, man.
Welcome to the point.
My daughter's here sleeping. If she wasn't sleeping, she'd tell you, right? Watch this. Put my man on the phone, right? He was there. He had access to the wise men. Yeah, the wise men control the money. Yo, listen. I'm on the podcast, right? Yo, listen. Where was you and Rini at, man? When y'all was in the back room over there, who was y'all amongst? All the people who run the who was y'all amongst, right? What was they talking about, man? What was they talking about? They was talking about who they like and don't like, and yo, this guy got to get the fuck out the way and all that, right? What was they talking about, man?
They don't like your house full.
Okay, all right. Don't say no more, man. You don't gotta say no more, right?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Look, I'm gonna let you go, right? I'm gonna call you right back. See what he said? This is the type of shit I'll be around. I'm a Dame Dash type of a nigga in this game, man. They was saying to me how they don't like my peoples, right? And I be defending shit, man. I be defending shit, man. I be like, yo, what's that about, man? Right? But they was saying, you heard what he said. We was around. We was at the table, man. We was at the table, and they was saying they don't like my man, my brother. I say, yo, nah, that's my brother though, man. That's my brother, right? That's my brother. But yeah, these guys, Bill be watching. Bill said, man, get off of Twitter. I told Malik, right? Fights don't get made on Twitter, man. Yeah. Talk your shit though, Bill.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Something respectful, like you really trying to do this shit. Because every fighter that Devin fuck with gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at in the welfare line. You keep shitting on the people.
Yo, Bill's crazy. Yo, Bill's crazy. But see, yo, Bill is the king of YouTube boxing. He controls you niggas, man, with his Jedi mind tricks. But shout out to Bill, man. They was there. They was around the money. They know where it was at. That's why I said what I said. I said, yo, these chitlin circuit niggas sit online and they talk this boxing shit. Yeah, listen, man. You niggas is trying to get super chats and doing fight parties, man. Come on, man. Yes, exactly. Janky promotions, man. But Bill knows where to get the bag at. See, yo, look, Bill watches, right? Yo, Bill, now when you hear this and your agent send this back to you, you know the vibes, right? Bill is a Jay-Z type of nigga, right? Bill gets all you chitlin grease niggas on YouTube, right? That's how he finesses the bag. He gets all you niggas, right? And I think Gilly used this, right? Gilly says how Jay-Z does all you niggas at the Rock Nation brunches. He gets all you niggas and takes a picture with you niggas, and then he goes in the back with the money and say, yo, see, I told you, I still run them niggas, right? You see that? That's what Bill does. He uses all you dummy niggas to get on, then put out some X and tweets and post on Instagram, and then he gets all you dumb niggas that just sit around online and gossip, and he goes to the execs, he goes to the peoples, to the wise men, and he be like, yo, you see, yo, we control the algorithm. You see that? Yeah, we got all these guys that sit online. They talk about Devin, DHP, and all that, and then they cut Bill the check, right? And then you know what Bill does? Yo, Bill takes you niggas out for a steak dinner. Yeah, Bill takes you niggas out for a steak dinner, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, he got the bag. Look. Yo, Bill, don't get mad at me for giving the game away. Yeah, you take them niggas out for a steak dinner, and then you write that off. Bill. Yeah, you write that off. That's a per diem, right? Yeah, you just write that off underneath the business expense. And these niggas sit online. Look, these niggas take out their phones and they doing the selfies and all that. Meanwhile, that's just a write-off. You just writ their meal off. And then look, Bill, look, don't be mad at me, Bill. I'm giving the game away. Yeah, you drop them niggas a couple cash apps and super chats when they go live. They ain't touching the real money. But nah, shout out to Bill though, man. Keep running your plays, family. Keep doing what you do, my guy. Right? And for you YouTube boxing niggas, don't get mad at me. I'm really outside. I'm really connecting. I'm really networking and working my way up, man. Like I said, a lot of you niggas sat in the bushes. Y'all hated on me. Y'all talked about me. But y'all not outside. Y'all not getting to the motion. Y'all not stamped and certified. Y'all are online content program sheep crash dummies, man. Yo, your phone is blowing up, fam. Who is it? Who's calling you? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's Coach Ring. Coach Ring, you want to talk to the people real quick? Nah, Coach Ring don't even want to talk to you. Coach Ring was around all the big wigs. Coach Ring be at the table, man. They know Rainey, man. They be comfortable talking around Rainey now. That's why I be telling you, man, my daughter's a young boss, man. Yo, she was right there, man. They know Rainey as a baby, man. Rainey be right there in the rooms, man. She be right there. Yo, Joe Dini was there too, man. See, look, I say this respectfully, man. I say this respectfully to y'all, man. You niggas don't even have no idea who you overlook and talk down on. No idea. But like I said, when it's cool when they do it. These other character niggas could come on here and ha ha he and y'all love it. Y'all love it, man. But like I said, it is what it is. Yeah, we are winning. We just getting started, man. God is good. We're gonna keep running it up, keep growing, thriving. The fights is in Cleveland this week, man. Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to all y'all out there. That's from that area. Y'all get a chance to cover boxing and go to fights. Hopefully some of you niggas will get some credentials and be in there and do some media work so you won't be hating. Because you know what I noticed? A lot of guys that don't get access, that be on the internet, they're haters, bro. They be mad because you be getting credentials or you do this and that. Like, that's why I've been falling back. I don't want credentials no more, man. I talk my thing into existence. I said, yo, if my daughter is allowed to work, I'm pulling up. And some strings got pulled, and that's what happened. Because I wasn't gonna go. I wasn't gonna go. I wasn't real talk. I don't like going to fights no more, man. I like learning the business now. That's what I'm about, the business, man. I like rubbing elbows and getting it in now. Going to fights and all that is cool. When you meet and run through brothers like Malik, they're actual real supporters of it. But this right here, the internet shit, is smoke and mirrors. That's why I was like, yo, I got years of covering fights for y'all. Putting y'all on the who's the player in the game, and that shit don't look. The internet niggas support niggas that do fight parties. If you a room raider, or you a content crab, they love you. They love you. If you talk crazy about a fighter, right? Look, you niggas sit online and talk crazy about a fighter. And then see them niggas and want to take a picture. I only talk crazy about fighters that I actually have experience with and know. If you watch my content, when I see these guys, not only do I get it in with them, I show them all the respect because I fuck with them. You see me and Jamel Herring. I gotta post all the pictures. You see me and Malik Scott. You see me and B.Y. Jennings. Who else did I see? I got in with Boots' brother. I don't got no pictures with him. I congratulated them because we was all at the same hotel, man. And shit. Just all these guys, man. He said, I was waiting for you to say it's really the biggest fight of the summer. Oh, yeah, it is. It's just, you know what? No, it is, Malik. It's just unfortunate that it's over there. Earl Spence coming back is big. But he's over there, bro. Too bad they couldn't get the money up and the funds to have it in Texas, man. But like I said, man, they got mad at me, but nobody commented. The Earl Spence effect is over, bro. It's over. You know why it's over? Because the Earl Spence market is the YouTube market. Them niggas don't come out. It's over, bro. If the market actually came out, that fight would have been in Dallas, Texas at Jerry's World. You know, I got that confirmed this weekend. I got that confirmed this weekend. If they would have had that the funds and all these people that actually support EJ and the money is behind them, that fight would have been in Jerry's World. But the Earl Spence effect is over, bro. That's why they got to go over there. That's why our Australian promoter had to front the bill. It is what it is, but that is a big fight, man. EJ's coming back. Hopefully he don't get his ass whooped. Cause I'm telling you, if he go out there and get his ass whooped, man, I'm gonna be sad, bro. Look, I probably will do content on it because if get in character, but I'm not gonna celebrate that shit, man. but I will have to do some content to do some views and shit like that. But I don't want to see him go out there and get his ass whooped, man. And from my experience of dealing with him and knowing him, actually knowing him, and just going off of the interviews and the energy that he's putting out there, yo, I know EJ's a hustler. He comes from a hustling family. Shout out to the Hunters. He may be going out there on his hustle again, bro. He's gonna get millions of dollars. He might get beat up, bro. Look, I'm just going off of the energy. the Andre Ward interview, and then watching the media workout and watching him talk to Champ and all those guys, I say, yo, man, EJ's just going out there to get paid. He's securing some more M's. I don't think he got it no more. I think so too, cuz. I think so too, man. Yo, Malik don't want to hear. I'm sorry, Malik. I'm not knocking him, Malik. Me and EJ don't got no issues, man. I'm just being. I can't. I'm not. Look, I know him, bro. I personally know him, bro. Like I'm not gonna come on here like these niggas. And he puts out a video and they edit it. He's hitting the bag. He's ripped. He's looking good. He's showing him punching on dudes and clips. I'm like, nah, man. I've been around. I seen EJ whoop ass. Yo, when EJ whoops ass, he'll put it out there. That's why, look, I was so comfortable when I'm like, yo, he beat Charlo up, nigga. Prior to all the drugs and the car crash, and all, I'm like, yo, he beat this nigga up, man. Like, he's a fighting dude, man. He comes from a fighting family, man. He could fight, man. Yo, listen, man. His mother, I know all of them. They know me, man. Yo, his mother, rest in peace to his uncles. Them niggas got busy. That's why he look, his aunts, rest in peace to his grandmother. They fought, man. They were gladiators, man. And God bless them that EJ made it to the pros and broke the cycle. But listen, two of his uncles that are dead, that's who he is. Them niggas could fight, man. Them niggas was beating shit up, nigga. One of his uncles that died probably would have been like EJ. He would have been a world champion. But that nigga blew trial. He was an innocent man and took it to trial. And blew trial, did 15 years and never recovered from that shit. Never recovered because he was innocent. And ended up doing 15 years for a robbery shit. But took it to trial like, yo, I didn't do this shit, so I'm gonna walk away, and blew trial. Did 15 years. But he was EJ, he could fight his ass off. Then his other uncle got murdered. Same way. Niggas was nice. But EJ came and broke the cycle. Broke the cycle. He said, my man, yeah, Keith Thurman cast. All them niggas there. Al looked out for them, gave them niggas a payday, man. I think it's the same thing with EJ, bro. I think he said it to Champ side. He got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Like, come on, man. I know y'all niggas didn't want to hear all that, but yo, when a nigga tells you that, they're not really in it. They not all in. He like, yo, I got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He's going out there to get paid, man. That's why I'm not having my hopes up, man. I'm not, man. Because if he goes out there and gets beat up, I'm not going to be mad, man. But if I get my hopes up, like, yo, this nigga's bad, yada, yada, and then he goes out there and gets beat up, I'm going to be mad. That's why, look, everybody was mad at me, right? I said it, man. I was like, yo, Terrence Crawford's going to beat him up, bro. I knew it, man. I knew it, bro. That's why I was not mad. Everybody was mad at me, right? I was like, yo, Bud is going to beat him up, bro. Bud is going to beat him up, man. Because he was out of pocket. He was out of pocket, bro. I think, listen, man, truth be told, even if he didn't have the injuries and the car crash, I think Bud still would have got him, bro. Because they was not prepared, man. They was not prepared. Like, this shit is real, man. Boxing is a gladiator business. They wasn't prepared, man. Derrick James, no disrespect, but he wasn't on the level of Bud Crawford's team. They was not. They was taking the shit lightly. You gotta really prepare That's why I told you, like, I was confident with this dude. I was like, yo, Jihad is gonna beat him, man. Jihad is gonna beat him, man. I do this. We do this. I was like, yo, if he sticks to the script, remember I had his coach on here. Shout out to Tone, right? I was like, yo, stick to the script, man. I was like, yo, this Jihad is gonna beat this dude, man. But yo, boxing, this shit is real war. This shit is strategy, man. Yes, the fighters got to go in there and execute and fight, and anything can happen in the fight. But it's strategy too. It's all strategic, man. And that's what you see, man. That's why I knew. I was like, yo, I remember I interviewed Bomac and them many years ago, and they did. That's when they was like on the fence with me because they knew I was team spent. They wasn't really trying to fuck with me. But shout out to my brother. Shout out to my guy, man, from Omaha, right? Bud Crawford's real people. He co-signed me, right? He co-signed me, and they showed me love. They gave me interviews and shit, and I was on it. Then I said, yo, they're gonna beat this nigga, man. They've been preparing for EJ for years. They're ready. Yo, Derek, old dummy, right? I used to call him old dummy. Dummy wasn't ready, man. That nigga wasn't ready, man. Look, everybody talk about me, right? Yo, Derek, right? Like my grandfather would say, he was incompetent, man. That nigga was incompetent, man. Do y'all know what incompetent means, right? Yeah. My grandfather was a genius, man. He was a humble genius. That's what he would have said. He would have said that nigga was incompetent, man. Get this incompetent fool out of here, right? Yeah, he was incompetent. You don't go into the biggest fight of your life not prepared. Remember, he was like, yo, I don't watch film. That's incompetence, man. Yo, these were his statements. Yeah, he didn't watch film on Bud. What? You don't watch film? So you just sending EJ out there he's going in battle just to bat. Like, all right, see how it played out, man. Incompetence, man. But yeah, I think like EJ said, he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, man. They gave him a nice bag. I think Tim Tszyu might fuck him up, man. Cause he don't sound like the Earl Spence I know. Yeah, I seen him, man. I throw the interview. If you are a channel member, the interview's up there on my page when I had the dreads. The Earl Spence I knew, he's a gladiator, man. When I told him, when I kicked that Source lingo to him, I was Jackal Fitness at the time. I said, yo, they can't swim with sharks, man. I said, yo, we're gonna get them out there in deep waters, right? You heard what EJ said, yo, we're gonna drown them. Yo, we're gonna drown. EJ was a killer. I said, yeah, we're gonna get that nigga out there in deep waters. It's gonna be hard for that nigga to breathe. What we gonna do to him? I'll get Joe Dini on the line. Yo, that's that boxing talk, man. He ain't talking that boxing talk. That's that warrior talk, man. We gonna drown him, nigga. We gonna get him out there in deep waters and we gonna drown him, nigga. We gonna drown him, man. I'm gonna break his ass up. EJ ain't talking that shit, man. He ain't talking that shit, man. But salute to everybody that came through, man. I appreciate all y'all. Y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I made up for yesterday, man. Yesterday, I really didn't give y'all no content like this alive. I was just tired, man. I'm tired right now. Me and Rini may go get something to eat. And then I'll just get back on deliveries tomorrow. Right? Because I'm telling you, Sunday, listen, Saturday, right? To Sunday, I really didn't get no sleep, man. I got some sleep last night. I'm about to rewatch House of Dragons and shit. Shout out to House of Dragons. But I didn't get no rest. Like, today's just a rest day, man. It's a rest day, man. But I want to go get some chicken. Right? Because it's around that time, right? Look, I bet y'all can get a good order in. Let me see something. Let me see. If I get a good order in real quick, hold on. I may go do one order. Watch me catch something good. If I catch something good real quick, because I got a helper with me. I got Rainey. Rainey's here with me. Let's see what's out there real quick, y'all. Let me just see. I wish I can catch some Home Depot something real quick, man. Give me Home Depot, man. Let me get a Home Depot. I don't mind going to Home Depot right now, man. I really don't want to do Target, but I'll do a Home Depot, man. I'll do a quick Home Depot. Look, see, they ain't gave me nothing. See, they didn't want to give me nothing, y'all. They didn't want to give me nothing. But listen, we're gonna go get to this motion, y'all. Salute to everybody that was rocking out with us. Courier deliveries, we on it, man. You see how quick the orders come up real quick? I was looking for Home Depot though, but I didn't get Home Depot, yo. But this is the Source Experience, the news by Shanewz, marketing, media management. Shout out to my team.
Yo, shout out to the Source Talk broadcast. You already know the vibes. Jack and Fitness. This is Andrew in the Stewart Hotel Boxing Life. Let's go. Woo!
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.